guys, and welcome to another episode of the Growing and Glowing Through Social Work YouTube channel. I am Janelle Danae, and I am your host. So, before I get into anything, right, before I get into the weekly updates, before I get into like the topic and all that good stuff, I just want to take a moment and just to really let y'all know how happy I am. And I want to just say thank you to all the people that have been so supportive of me putting this, since I put this out there, right? So I want to thank you guys. This is why we don't need to be in our heads all the time, right? Like the devil really be trying to use us, y'all. Really trying to use us to not do the work of the Lord. When I tell y'all that I was so in my head of like, who's gonna listen to me? Oh, ain't nobody gonna listen to me. Or like, I'm not qualified yet. There go that talking like, I'm not qualified yet. Nobody's not gonna listen. I'm scared. What happened? No one show up. What happened? I don't get no views. What happened if I don't get any likes? All these what if, right? All these what if, right? But people thus far has been so supportive. Like, I didn't even tell nobody to repost the video, right? People that genuinely rocked with me, they just say, you know, Janelle, send me the link. Send me the little clip send me the clip so I could post it on my social media page. Or when I posted it, get someone's like, I'm gonna go tell my social work friends, like when you don't even like solicit support, honestly it feels good. Like, you know, my expectation wasn't for anybody to like repost the video. Like I didn't even like tell people to repost the video, you know what? Like, so I want to let y'all know I am so thankful for you guys. Thank you for the support. Just thank you. Like, thank you, my mastermind sister. Thank you for continually just praying over my mind, keeping my peace, like praying for peace for me. Like, I want to thank y'all. Like, I want to thank y'all so much, like, honestly. And I know this is only like what, the second episode, and I'm already going hard thanking y'all. So imagine like later on, like throughout the journey, I'm gonna be going even more hard. So I just wanted to get that off my chest before I even continue. Like, it is the second week. I struggle with consistency, so I'm gonna pat myself on the back because this was a lot. Yeah, this is, oh, my little thing is cricket. I know I should take it off because I'm in the house now, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna keep it doing. But no, I'm gonna big up myself, because when I tell y'all it looks easy to y'all for me to come like at y'all with a video, but honestly, it's not easy at all. Like, it's a lot of hard work and dedication that goes into this. Like, I'm not doing this just to be cute. I'm doing this because there are students that need to be delivered, that need to start thriving now. And so let me stop, because I'm about to start getting into a whole nother teaching. Like, okay. All right, let's start the show. I'm playing around. Let's start. So y'all already know how it's gonna go. I already told y'all before we even get into the discussion of the day, I want to do like the weekly update, so the growing pains and the glowing points of my week. So I don't know if I had told y'all before, but like, you know, the growing pains that I have been going through is challenges really have been at work. And I feel like I am outgrowing where I am at. And so I feel like, you know, I'm starting to feel burned out. I'm starting to feel all these stressors because I'm like, I don't want to say I'm unhappy, but I'm really starting to feel unfulfilled at work. I'm really starting to feel unfulfilled. And so in the midst of this storm that I'm going through, a growing point that is coming about is the peace that I have, right? I have like a certain amount of, I have peace even going through this storm. And that's the beauty about God, y'all. He would give you all peace, okay? He will give y'all peace. He will give y'all peace. He will give y'all peace. He will give y'all peace throughout this storm. So that's why I'm really like holding on to him, right? Because I'm really entering a season of like, I feel like I'm outgrowing certain things. I'm doing new stuff. Like, this is all new to me. I'm talking about God and really like being vocal about him, like being honest and really like saying stuff, not just in my private time, but this is all new to me. So in the midst of this storm, I'm going to continue out saying God. I'm going to continue out saying Jesus, because I know that's going to hurt the devil. And I know that he wants me to be stagnant at work. So I ain't going for it. So Jesus, God, Jehovah, like I'm saying all of it, all right? So I'm really starting to have a sense of peace, and I want to shout out my mastermind sisters that are praying for me, praying for peace for me while I'm at work. So thank you, ladies. Love y'all. So yes, so I want y'all to let me know your growing pains and your glowing points of the week. Please let me know. Just put it in the comments, right? Just type it in. Just type it in. Pause this video and just type. Right? Just let me know, because I want to engage with you guys. I don't think y'all understand. I be telling y'all I want to talk to y'all, so I need y'all to engage with me. Just don't watch the video, right? Just don't watch the video and not talk to me. Like, I think that's strange. All right, so engage with me, converse with me, do all of that. I need to know. And again, if you are not following us on following the page on Instagram, do it now. Pause the video, do it now, because that's how you're gonna get all the updates and what's going on with the show, right? That's how you're gonna be in community, because again, you're entering a process that is going to require more of you, and I don't want you all to be struggling by yourself, right? Even though you have God, right? God also place people in this world so you could be with, right? You can't be isolated. That is the devil that is trying to push you away, that doesn't want you with certain people. That is nothing but the devil. So I'm letting y'all know this is a safe space, right? I know I'm like big in my fist and I'm telling y'all this is a safe space, but this is how I talk. I talk with my hand. So follow us on Instagram, GG Social Work. I know that sounds kind of funny, but GG Social Work is easy to remember. So follow on Instagram, okay? So yes, that's the updates of the week, you guys. So yeah, so I'm gonna pause the video now. I'm gonna go get me something to drink because I've been talking a little bit too long. I'm a little parched, but I'm gonna pause it and we're gonna get right back into. We're gonna come back in with the topic discussion. I am back, you guys. Okay. So I have my little content planner, and I really keep this, you guys, with me at all times, because I just never know when God is just gonna drop something in me and I don't have access. Like if I don't have my phone with me, right? Who doesn't have their phone? But sometimes I just don't have my phone, or sometimes my phone be on 1% and I'm trying to write something and then boom, my phone shuts off. So I keep this journal with me at all the time. Can't really see because of the lighting. Yeah. So I keep my little, my journal with me at all times to kind of jot some stuff down. But I plan out the show. So the way I do the show, you guys, I plan it all out. Like I have everything that I'm going to be talking about. And so to make sure that I am on topic for today, I'm just going to have it right in my face. Because this is going to be a good episode. We are about to... Ooh, I made that face, I look crazy. But this is going to be a great conversation, a great discussion that is going to kind of start having us think differently, right? This is going to start shifting our mindsets as we are entering this journey, right? As we are entering this journey of thriving now as social work students, and as perspective social workers, right? The journey don't stop once we're not students anymore. The journey is still, it's a continuous thing, right? It's ongoing. It's a lifetime. So yeah, so let me hop right into it. So today, y'all, we're gonna be talking about life is not about balance, right? Those who follow the Instagram page, y'all already was privy to what today's episode was going to be about. Life is not about balance. It's not. Unpopular opinion, life is not about balance. And so oftentimes, you hear people talking about like life is all about balance. You gotta find the energy. You gotta find the right energy to balance out your life. It sounds cute. It sounds nice and soft. And again, I'm not here for the cute stuff, y'all. I'm not here for the cuteness. I'm here to keep it all the way real with y'all, right? I want us to get to the root of things, the roots. No cute stuff. We're getting ugly. Ugh. No, but for real, we are really getting to the we are really getting to the root of things. And so I'm here to tell y'all, life is not about balance. It's not. And so I'm gonna tell y'all a story about me, right? A story about me where I was trying to find balance. And so before I tell y'all the story, this is the definition of balance. I wrote it down. You could easily put it in your phone, right? If you have an iPhone, all you got to do is just go to the Safari, right? And just type in the word balance, and this definition will pop up. I just wrote it down because I'm using my camera to record. So balance. It is a noun, right? I'm reading the noun version. So if you Googled it, if you are going to Google what balance is, like, I want us to have like a concrete definition. I want us to have a definition that we all are working from. And I know it looked like on camera I don't have words on the page, but I really honestly, I do. Yeah, I do. But so it's a noun, and I'm gonna read it now. All right, so balance, an even distribution of weight, enabling someone or something to remain upright and steady. So again, I'm gonna read that for the people in the back that was probably like not listening. So listen again. Balance, an even distribution of weight, enabling someone or something to remain upright and steady. And I want us to focus on even distribution, all right? I want us to kind of focus on that word. So that means if I give a little here, I gotta make sure I'm giving a little to this area right here, right? So again, an even distribution. And I have an issue with that. I have an issue with even distribution. So I'm gonna tell you why balance for me, finding this balance is an issue for me. So story time. So those who do not know, I alluded to in the first video, I revealed to everyone that, well, I'm saying like reveal, like it was a secret. But in the first video, the launch video, I told everyone that my senior year that I was supposed to graduate, I ended up becoming pregnant with my beautiful baby girl. And I did not graduate on time, right? It's no secret, I didn't graduate on time, you know? I wasn't, doing what I was supposed to do. And so in that time, right, so me finding out, so back up, right, so the year that I was supposed to graduate was 2017. I ended up becoming initiated into the greatest sorority, the Alpha Rho chapter of Delta Sigma Theta sorority Incorporated. No, but honestly, so I'm trying to set it up for y'all. I'm setting it up, all right? Like the guy say in my church when the pastor about to preach, he be like, set it up. So I'ma set it up for y'all, right? I'm setting it up so y'all could kind of grasp what I'm saying. So I just became a part of this wonderful sorority. I'm excited. I'm ready to do work, yada yada. So this is the spring. So spring, once spring is over, finished with, go back home, it's summertime, woo woo, and in the mix doing stuff like that. So I end up, I guess having too much fun, and I end up getting pregnant. Right? And it wasn't by nobody strange. I know I'm saying like I was having too much fun, but it was someone I knew for a very long time, like, someone that I was rocking with heavy. But so yeah, as I digress. But so when I found out that I was pregnant, right, I'm supposed to be graduating this year. I'm supposed to be graduating when I come back to school. Like 2017 is supposed to have, 2017, I'm putting my name on it. Like I'm out of here. Like I'm out. I'm not staying here another year. So I enter, going back to school as a senior with, I am going to do as much as possible before my daughter comes. Well, before I know how to do it, I'm going to do as much as possible before I have my baby, right? I am going to get as much done as possible. Yeah, are y'all hearing what I'm saying? I told myself at the beginning of the school year, I am going to get as much done as possible before I have my child. And I meant that literally. Like, I meant the day before I, she decides she want to come, like before my due date, I'm gonna get everything done, right? That was my mindset. I want y'all to know where my head was at. So that year I was working. That year, I'm putting on events with the sorority. Like I'm showing up. I'm doing all of this stuff. Like me and my line sisters, like I'm showing up. I'm doing this. We doing that. Like we was putting on big events. We hosted a blood drive, you guys. We hosted a mental health event, you guys. Like we were doing a lot of things. Like we were really securing the bag. We did like an entrepreneur event. Like that was probably one of my favorite events that we did, starting to open. Yeah, as I digress. But yes, so we did like a lot of events. We was putting a lot of events together. And at the time I was the chapter president. So, you know, I had to show up. Like, I had to show up. There was no slacking. Like, there was no excuses, right? Excuses are monuments of nothingness. So I had to show up, because if I don't show up, then what does that mean for the chapter? What does that mean for the people that are depending on seeing the Deltas on campus to deliver, right? Because the Deltas, we deliver, all right? And if anybody's a soror, let me know. What's up, soror? So we trying to like, okay, we're about to graduate too, so now we're gonna have to try to get aligned together. So, you know, that's that. The whole sorority piece, right? That's what I'm worrying about too. So gotta show up for that. So, and now I got my internship. So I gotta, my internship, I gotta do exceptionally well. My internship, I gotta make sure I am showing up. I gotta make sure, you know, they don't take any pity on me. I gotta make sure I am doing this, I am doing that. I gotta represent for Shaw University. I don't want nobody talking junk about Shaw University. And in the midst of Shaw, like, you know, talking about our field placement, our advisors place so much pressure on us, and it's not bad pressure, but for us to deliver, because we are competing with not only other HBCUs, but we are competing with PWI, and y'all already know how that conversation is gonna go. They rock with PWI. Some institutions, you know, they prefer PWIs because they underestimate the level of greatness and the level of education that we receive at HBCU. So I'm putting that on my head. I'm like, okay, boom, I'm putting this on my head. I gotta make sure I deliver at my internship, right? I gotta make sure I show up. That's my mindset, right? And I gotta make sure I'm showing, and then I'm in like a relationship sort of kind of ish, like this situationship, and I gotta make sure I'm showing up for that too. And I'm being all the way honest, you guys. We all been in situationships before. Don't let me be the first to tell you, like, you know. So I gotta make sure I'm showing up for that, and I gotta make sure that I'm showing up for my school, and I gotta make sure that, you know, I'm securing the bag and the classes. Like, I'm making sure that I am showing up, right? I'm supposed to be showing up in all these things, right? And still yet have a social life. Oh, and not to mention, I was working too. I wasn't working full time, but nonetheless, I was working. Okay, so I had an internship. I was working. I was the chapter president of my sorority. I had other obligations on the side, and I was trying to fix a situationship. Boom. So, and I said I'm going to get as much done as possible before this baby drops. Okay, before I have my. So now. It is now the end of going towards the end of the semester, and I just recently found out that I failed one of my classes, right? I just recently found out that I failed one of my classes, and I'm like, bruh. Oh, my job. And I'm still trying to, sorry y'all, I did that, and I just realized I'm still trying to apply for grad school too. I'm trying to apply for grad school. So now let me get back to what I was saying, on track. But I was saying, so I failed one of my classes, right? So I'm like, bruh, like, I failed a class. Like, Janelle, you slipping. Like, what's T? What's T? And my job, I'm pregnant at this time. Like, I am pregnant, okay? I am pregnant. So I failed my class. I'm trying to think, like, what am I going to do? So I talked to my advisor. I'm like, oh, boom. There's like, I could take this class next semester. I could take this class spring semester, right, and still graduate on time. So I had this planned out, and my daughter was due spring semester, right? She was due spring semester. So I'm like, oh, I could take this next semester, spring semester. I'm gonna be perfect. I'm a have it, right? So with that piece, right, I ended up finding out that I couldn't take the class, right, because the class that I failed was an online class, and the class that it was being offered at was a face-to-face, and I don't know, under the whatever rules or guidelines, policy they be making up for people. But it was basically like I will have to take the class. The class is offered at I think it was offered at NC State, but I don't know why Meredith is coming to mind. But it was offered at North Carolina State, and I think it was at North Carolina State. Yeah, it was offered at North Carolina State, and so I'm in like, you know, discussion with the professor, you know, telling him, like, not telling him my situation, but, you know, like, telling him I'm a student at Shaw, like, but I'm here to try to take this class so I graduate on time. Excuse me. But so I could graduate on time, and so I ended up getting an email, I think from the professor or from something that's telling me, like, you can't do it. Basically, it would have been like basically it would have been an online class she was taking, And so the way Shaw works, when you fail a class, like, you have to wait till the following semester to take that class again. Like, it's no, you take it. So that's why I was trying to find like an outside source to like, where can I go take this class at so I could graduate this year. And I wasn't even thinking about money, how I was gonna pay for it. Like, that wasn't even the thought process. I was like, I gotta get as much done before I graduate. Like, I mean, not before I graduate, but before my daughter comes. Once I realized I wasn't about to graduate, I'm like, wow, okay, so I could stop the process with trying to find with applying to grad school. And why was I, y'all, let me tell y'all real quick, why was I trying to apply to 5011? Yes, I said 5011. I was trying to apply to 5011 grad program. Who was I fooling? That was me. That was my mind process at the time. I was trying to apply everywhere, right? And I was even trying to apply to schools in North Carolina. Like, yeah, that's where my headspace was at. I'm about to give birth to a whole child. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I just want y'all to understand. And so I'm like, wow, I failed this class. And plus, I didn't even have time to really sit and really process like how I was feeling. Like, it was just like, okay, boom, off to the next thing. So it's back to trying to figure out this sorority, trying to figure out, okay, you know, I'm about to graduate. You know, me and my line sister, we're about to graduate now. We got to bring in a line. We doing all this work. We trying to do all this work, trying to get stuff together. But, you know, things happen. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Things happen, and we weren't able to kind of bring on another line, and I was like, I felt like I failed at that too. I failed my sorority. Not only did I fail a class, I failed my sorority. I failed my chapter. I failed my chapter by not delivering girls. And plus, who doesn't want to bring, if you're in a sorority, you probably like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you want to bring other girls, other ambitious girls that you know that are going to do the work of Delta in the chapter. I failed that. I failed Delta. I failed Alpha Rho. I failed my classes, right? Those are things that I was failing at. And in the meanwhile, my little situationship was failing too. So I failed that. So now it is spring semester, you guys. I lost where I was at for like my timing, but so now I'm in spring semester, right? I'm in spring semester, and I'm at internship. I wasn't performing at my best. I was not at all. Most times I was late, you know, and also when at work I was getting reprimanded for being like, you know, they was talking to me. That was work was like a whole nother stress there. But it was just like a whole lot going on. I really was not showing up as myself. So spring semester, you know, I ended up finding out I failed another class. Like, I'm like, why am I failing these classes? Like, what is going on? I ended up failing another class because I really was becoming lazy. Like, I was using like excuses. Like, it was ugly. Like, I was failing. I was not showing up as my best self. I was not showing up as my best self. And my goal was to do as much possible before I gave birth, right? I wanted to do it regardless, right? And mind you, that is like, you know, that is good for me to kind of have that type of headspace that I'm gonna win regardless. I'm gonna win regardless of whatever is being thrown my way. That is a good mindset. I'm not trying to say that's a bad thing. What I'm trying to say is I wasn't being realistic to myself. Like, I was not being realistic to myself. I wasn't telling myself, Janelle, take care of yourself. And I was losing, y'all. I was losing, and let me put a sidebar, right? A disclaimer. I wasn't getting F's, you know. I was failing like that. I was not straight doing nothing. What the grades that I was getting, I think I was getting like a C. I think I got like a C or D. One of those, I got a C or a D in my class. I just want to put that little disclaimer out there. But you know, when you in your major classes, like I was failing one of my major classes, like my social work classes. So in order to pass those classes, you gotta get a B or above. I don't think you could get a C. I don't know, but I know I failed the class, so I had to take it over. But as I digress, like, that was my mindset, like, and I wasn't being realistic with myself. I wasn't being realistic with my needs. And so I failed, you guys. I failed at this whole ideal of trying to evenly distribute myself. I'm going back to, I'm bringing it back in, right? I failed at trying to evenly distribute myself in all these things that I had going on in my life. And my body was not like functioning. And mind y'all, since I was pregnant, I had every month I would have to had gone to Connecticut. Every month I went to Connecticut for my checkup, for the doctor's appointment. So I wasn't being realistic at all. Like, Janelle, you got a doctor's appointment to go to next month. You gotta pay to go. Like, I wasn't being realistic and really putting things into perspective. So life is not so. I want us to get rid of this idea that we have to show up to things. I want us to get rid of this idea of this whole life is about balance, because for y'all see, in my case, that wasn't the case. I failed. I failed at everything. I failed at every aspect of my life that was going on. I was failing. So I'm gonna tell you what works, right? I'm telling y'all what does not work. So this whole idea, this whole concept about life is about balance, like it does not work. And if you are someone that prescribes to this whole this ideal that life is about balance, let's talk about it. We can have a friendly debate about it. Come on, like put it in the comments. Like, let me know. Or were you someone that was like living a life of balance and you realized like, okay, But no, what life is about, in order to really thrive in life, right? You have to have priorities. What I was doing back in 2016, 17, and even like a little bit of 2018, I was not putting things into priority. Like, I was not putting things in perspective, right? I wasn't doing that. So I'm going to read to y'all the definition of priority. Because I want us again to have a concrete definition of, okay, what we're working with, right? So priority, it's a noun, a thing that is regarded as more important than another. So priority, when we put things when we have priorities, you guys, we are putting things into perspective, right? It makes it easier for us to thrive. It makes it easier for us to put boundaries in place, okay? Because ain't no way in the world, like me being pregnant, because eventually people end up knowing that I was pregnant, but people were still requiring for me to show up, and I was still putting this expectation on me to show up. And one, I'm carrying a whole human being, like, like, I can't be over here trying to stroll. I can't be over here trying to do like do an event, stand and talk for a good minute. Like, I can't be doing all that. I can't be traveling back and forth from, like, it's possible, but I didn't have, my priorities weren't in check. So yeah, so I'm trying to figure out where I'm at on my thing. So we're about to get it all together. So I'm about to take a quick little break because I've been talking. I'm gonna drink me some water because my health is the priority. So I'm going to pause it, drink me some water, and I'm gonna come back. And when I come back, I want you guys to have a sheet of paper. I want you guys to have a journal. If you don't have a journal, again, just grab that sheet of paper, right? So grab journal, sheet of paper, pens, highlighter, everything, because we are about to go in and get in our lives all the way together. All right, you guys, I am back. I had to clench my thirst. So yeah, we're back. So y'all got your papers? Let me know, because once we start, we starting. And I'm acting like y'all can't pause it at any time, but I'm just gonna continue, right? So I want y'all to draw. So we are about to get our lives all the way together, right? We are about to have this list of priorities, right? We are about to get it all the way together. So I want you guys to take your sheet of paper, right? I kind of did it, but let me show y'all. So take a piece of paper, right? I did this in my journal, but draw a circle, right? And write in the circle what matters. What matters to me, okay? Now this is sloppy. Oh, you can't even see because it's daggone. Okay. Oh, you can't see. Hold on. Oh yeah. So basically, this is what you're gonna draw. Excuse me. This is a little sloppy. I don't really write like this. This is my rush handwriting. But in this circle, you're gonna write what matters to me, okay? And then I'm pretty sure you guys can kind of tell where I'm going with this. So I'm going to continue. So from that, you're going to draw lines, right? You're going to draw lines like a little spider web. You know, like in grade school, elementary school, they used to have you kind of do this for like ideals and story map when you're about to write or something. Like, yeah. So I drew my little lines, right? I drew my lines. And on the lines, you guys are going to write what matters to you, right? What do you deem to be important in your life, right? So, boom. All right. So I hope that if you guys need more time, again, pause the video because I want us to kind of work through this together, even though I know this is like a pre-recorded video. But again, I'm still kind of here in a way, but just write it down. Pause, write really what matters to you, okay? So, and when you're ready, press play. I'll be right here. I promise I ain't going nowhere. Just press play. I'll be here. But, so once you do that, right, I want you guys to look at the things that matter to you, right? I want you guys to really look at it. And I, guys, want you to ask yourself, is this adding value to my life, right? Is it adding value to your life? Ask yourself that. Say, hey, so, is this adding value to my life? And if it's not adding value to your life, right, at the things that you just listed, right, I need you to cross it out right now. Cross it out immediately. Like, just cross it right on now. Out. Scribble it out. Because if it's not adding value to your life, I need you to just erase it, right? We're entering a season of growth, you guys. Like, this journey is all about us keep climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. You know, we may do this. We may kind of like bend a little bit. We may kind of like bend, but we're not going to break. So we need to break off old habits. We need to break off people. We need to break off relationships that are not serving us any good. It's time to end it now. We need to stop. We need to stop playing ourselves. We need to stop holding on to things that God had told us it does not add value to us. Like, you know, we're being counterproductive. We're praying to God. We're asking God, like, please help us, please help us, please help us. Help me find my purpose. Help me find my purpose. But God's trying to help you find your purpose, but he's trying to remove those people. So, boom, whatever it is not adding value to your life, cross it out. And if it really is a person that you deem to be important, whether it's like a boyfriend or a friend or whatever, like, yeah, I had to let some people go. Yeah, you know, sometimes you just gotta let people go. And there's a way to kind of do it. It's not like don't do it in a way of like shaming them or like, you know, making them feel shameful. Like it's a more graceful way of just letting people go. Okay. I don't want y'all to get big-headed and think like, oh, this person ain't doing this, so I ain't gonna rock with them. No, don't do that. Don't get arrogant. Don't get cocky, because God will not bless you if you have that type of attitude. Like, you're not, just because this person is not where they need to be at yet, does not mean you go around thinking like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm on this pedestal. No, boo. Don't do that. Don't do that. I want you guys to also remain humble throughout this journey. Remain humble, okay? So. Yeah, so once you do that, right, I want you guys to look at it, right? And I want you guys to also, so if you guys say if it does not add value to me, you're gonna cross it out, right? And if you say it is adding value to yourself, right, I want you guys to kind of think of it. Are you supporting what matters to you? So meaning that, are you actually living by what matters to you? And sometimes, let's be honest, sometimes, yes, we say family is important, but when we're at the table eating with each other, you know, we on our phones, right? So I want us to kind of really get into that mindset. So I want you to be honest with yourself, right? Being honest with yourself. That is how we are going to thrive. I want you to be honest with yourself, right? We say we want these things, we say we have these things, but are we really appreciating what we have in that very moment? And most times, sometimes, sadly, it's not. It's not like that. And I am too included. I'm not on no pedestal. I'm included in this conversation. It's a we thing. Like, I get it. And I'm speaking from this perspective. I'm talking it because I could speak from this perspective. So I don't want you guys to think that, like, I'm ever coming at y'all. Like, I'm trying to no, I'm not. Again, I told y'all this is a safe space. I'm just want to be real and honest with y'all. So we did that, right? So we created, so we thought of this, right? So from that, I want you guys to put the stuff that you deem to what matter to you in order. 1 through 3, right? So I have it in my journal what matters to me. Like, this is not my personal journal. This is just my note, my content note for stuff. But in my personal journal, I wrote my priority list, right? I wrote my priority list, and so I'm gonna share mine. I'm gonna share my priority list. So the number one thing on my priority list is being intentional with God. That is something that I am working on. That is something that I'm putting as the number one thing, because God, he don't put me third. He don't put me last. God put me first in everything. Like, God would never leave nor forsake me. So he has to go first. Like, that's phony if I don't put him first. So he goes first. God is first. And honestly, if God is not first on your priority list, you have to revisit that list. Honestly, whatever is number one, you need to bump that down to number 2 right now, honestly. So cross that out and put God up there. Being intentional about God. That's what you need to put on number 1. I think I'm just gonna give y'all the list. So boom. Well, this is what needs to go on your priority list. God. Being intentional with God. You guys have to start making that time and that effort. Like, you can't ask God to bless you with stuff and then not give him the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like, you just don't do that. That's phony. Like, you using him for the wrong reason. Like, you really got to thank God and just thank him for, first of all, give him praises for who he is, what he have done for you, and realize that if he have not done another thing for you ever again, like, you still, like, be mindful and just praise and lift his name up, period. Like, you have to. So he's number 1. And like, the way that I was like thinking about this is that, like, going back to like the whole balance piece, how can we put God on this level, right? We putting God on this level, right? We are trying to evenly distribute ourselves at work and evenly distribute ourselves, our time with God. Those don't balance each other out. It would never will. God will always come top. Like, he's always will come first. Like, God is up here. Everything else falls underneath. So I need y'all to really, really get it together. Like, me included. Because, you know, that's something I'm struggling with. Like, you know, he my priority. So, number 1, God. Being intentional with God. Number 2, it's self-care. Whatever you have for number 2 on your priority list, I'm telling you now, bump it down. This is going to be number 2. Number 2 is really practicing self-care, really pouring back into yourself. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You can't. And now self-care, and I know self-care is starting to become like a little taboo type of topic, right? Self-care this, self-care that, self-care this, self-care that. Oh, pretty, it look pretty on the blogs. Like, it look pretty when you post stuff about it. It look pretty, quotes. No. I want us to kind of get rid of this self-care type of notion, right? I want us to get rid of, like, self-care being this superficial type of thing. Like, oh, mani and petty, like, real cute. I'm telling y'all, I'm not here for the cutesy stuff. We getting right to it. So, no. And by all means, if that's how you take care of yourself, you know, your regular maintenance, you know, by all means do so. But I want you guys to broaden your perception what self-care is, right? So self-care looks at something simple as like scheduling a doctor's appointment, making sure you're eating on time, making sure you're arriving to work or arriving to things on time, you know, really getting enough rest, you know, not procrastinating. That is what self-care look like in basic terms, right? Not eating out too much, cooking your own breakfast, like, you know, really doing these things that we kind of skip over. So really the small things sometimes is self-care, you know what I'm saying? So take care of yourself, for real. Take care of your body, take care of your mind, because if you don't take care of yourself, who are you going to be taking care of? And if you're a parent, or well, for me, I'm a mom, so if I don't take care of myself, I mean, there's other people that probably will step up and take care of my daughter, but nobody's gonna take care of my daughter like how I'm going to take care of my daughter, okay? Like, I go hard for my daughter. Like, when she get older, she gonna see, like, her mother don't play about her, and I love my family. I have a great support system, and I know that they would never let anything happen to my daughter, but it's something about that mother love, right? So I gotta make sure I'm showing up as my best self. And speaking of that, I need to schedule me a little doctor's appointment because I ain't been in a minute, so I need to practice self-care, right? So yeah. So and the third thing. So the third thing is family. Family is so important, and I know family is important. I'm not even gonna go into what I was about to say. Family is so important, and I know sometimes we all don't get along with our family, but family could look different for a lot different for you, a lot different for me, and you. So family looks different in everyone's eyes. So who do you consider your family, right? It could be like someone that you grew up with, that like that's technically, everybody always have that play cousin that you grew up with and it's not really your cousin, but y'all call each other cousins. So yeah, that is your family. Like treat that is your family. So family is important. Family is important. Being more present with your family. That's the second thing, right? That's the third thing, so it goes being intentional with God, self-care, and family. Putting your family a priority. You can't be out here trying to, as a social worker, as a social work student, and then as a, as when you get in the field, try to work on other people's family, but your family not even rocking like that. Y'all got this weird tension that y'all need to solve. You can't do that. Don't be a hypocrite, y'all. It's no more being a hypocrite. So we about to start fixing and mending some. We gonna work on some generational curses. We about to be fixing some broken homes. Like we are about to be repairing relationships within our own family. All right. So that's gotta be a priority. And the last thing is creating that vehicle that is going to support the top priority. Right. What is that vehicle that is bringing you to the top, right? That is always going to keep you at the top. So for me, and probably for y'all, and this is the fourth one. So for me, that vehicle is school. So it's like kind of all in one. So the vehicle is school, work, and schoolwork and the businesses that God is revealing to me working on those are like the three vehicles that God is telling me to do. So excuse me. So within that, like, if you guys want, you could put those into priorities or excuse me, I'm all burping. You guys could put those in a sub priority list in itself, but that is the vehicle that is going to keep you at the top, right? The vehicle that is going to keep you at the top, whether it's your job, whether it's school, whether it's your business, right? Whatever it is that's going to keep you at the top, that is something that needs to kind of be your thing. So our priority list is together, you guys. So our priority list is, being intentional with God, self-care, family, and the vehicle that is going to keep us at the top. And I want y'all to make this priority list more and I'm gonna create a PDF file. I'm gonna create like a template for you guys that is going to be available, and I'm gonna let y'all know when it become available, because I really want to take my time, but I just want to kind of put that out there so we are kind of working on that same thing. But I really want y'all to make the price, even though we have like the same, I guess, I don't know, categories of what our priority is, but I want you guys to make it personal, make it your own. So for example, since we are saying the number one priority is being intentional with God, what exactly do you want to be intentional with God with? Do you want to be intentional with tithing? Do you want to be intentional with praying more with him? Do you want to be intentional with giving him praises? Like, what do you want to be intentional with? For me, I want to be intentional more with praying to him and just giving him praises, and also like reading the Bible, like, because I have the Bible app, but like to actually like really understand the word, like to really understand the word of God. So that's one way I want to be intentional with him. And like as far as like self-care, like a way that that you can make it specific to your needs to take care of yourself is I need to start eating right. Like I need to be more intentional with eating right, and by me eating right is the form of self-care. I need to make that a priority. So so for me, that's how I'm individualizing the priority list. Yeah, are y'all following me? Let me know in the comments if y'all following me. Just be like, Janelle, I am following you. I understand. If not, please go. I need to email me directly. My email is definitely going to be in the show note, or you could slide in my DMs at GG Social Work. So again, you guys could email me or slide in the slide in my DMs at GG Social Work. Okay, so Yes. And so for like family, right? So who exactly in your family that you need to kind of put as a priority? So for me, I am a newly mother. I've only been a mother for 2 years. My daughter is a priority. So me figure out how can I be more present in my daughter's life. In my daughter's life is a priority. That's something that I want to kind of work on, right? And then lastly, the vehicles, like making sure that I'm on. So lastly is supporting the vehicle. So kind of individualizing your vehicle, making your own car. What is in your car? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you working on? So I guess we could kind of say like that subcategory. What are the vehicles that are getting you to that next level? So me, I gotta make sure that I need to put my schoolwork sometime as a priority. Like, definitely my schoolwork have to be a priority, because this semester, y'all, this is my second semester of grad school. First year of grad school, and second semester. I am checked out. Like, you would think I'm already, like, I got the senioritis. This is only my second semester, and I'm just like checked out of this semester. So I gotta really focus on getting back checked in, right? I gotta make that a priority. So and then that's my vehicle, right? So again, I want you guys to individualize your priority list. If you want, like, let's talk about it. If y'all want me to go live about it, so we could kind of go live on Instagram about it, let me know. Say, Janelle, go live. I want us to kind of dig deep in it even more, because you guys, this is a YouTube video, this is a pre-recorded channel, so I got a whole lot of editing to do, right? I got a whole lot to do, so I don't want to keep talking. I know your time is really valuable. Yes, so we got our priorities, right? We are about to start thriving, you guys. We are about to start thriving in this field, you guys. We got our priorities in order. I'm definitely going to have that PDF file, or whatever file that PDF file that I'm going to create for you guys handy, because I think it's needed. Like, we need to start operating from it, and I want you guys to, again, make it personal, make it up to you. Though, yes, I'm telling y'all, I need to put God first. You need to put yourself second. You need to put your family third. You need to create that vehicle. What is that vehicle for you? Though I am saying all of these things, I need you all to make it personal. So I need you to be specific when you guys are writing this out. Be specific, all right? So I'm gonna create this PDF file, print it out, and just glue it in your journal, right? Keep it with you at all times, like, really, all right? We've been talking a lot, y'all. We've been talking like some good stuff. This may be a long video. So next week, I feel myself being pulled into the direction of talking about boundaries. We need to talk about boundaries, right? We have this priority list, so we need to make sure that we are upholding our priority list through the boundaries that we put into place. So next week, we're gonna be getting into boundaries, right? We're gonna be talking about boundaries. And again, we're gonna get deep. We're gonna get underneath the surface, right? We're gonna get to the nitty-gritty of things, right? We're gonna get real ugly, all right? I'm not here for the cute, the fluffy stuff. I'm not here for none of that. So I'm gonna see y'all all next week. I done talk a ton. I was supposed to close y'all out with saying something, but my throat, I need some water. Ooh, and I'm hot with this daggone thing and this thing on my head. And again, thank you for your support. Like, again, the people that supported me, that shouted out the video, or that reposted the video. Like, thank you. Good night. I am done. I am officially talked out. Peace.